I receive a lot of questions from different people on tips for improving their language skills. What could they possibly do to improve their language skills? So, now I'm going to give you just a few tips for improving your language skills. The first tip that I can give you is a time tested tip, which is read English books. When you read, not only does it broaden your imagination, it improves your vocabulary and it brings fluency in your speech and in your writing as well. The best part about learning new vocabulary words through reading is that sometimes you don't even need to look up the meaning of those new words in a dictionary because you learn and you pick up how to use those words in context. So you automatically understand what they mean and how they are meant to be used in a sentence. Remember, a book is an expression of an author's thoughts and ideas. So the more books you read, the more ways you learn of how you could possibly express your ideas in words, whether they are through speech or through writing. The next tip for improving your language skills is if you feel that it's the grammar structure that you lack in, that you need more improvement and help in, then go to the market and get a grammar practice book and practice your grammar as much as possible till you actually feel an improvement in your grammar structure. In this day and age, you don't even need to go to a bookshop. You can find tons of material online free of cost, which you can take help from. The next tip that I can give you is to watch English programs with subtitles. Because if you are not fluent with the language and you can't understand it properly, while listening, then the best thing to do is to watch, listen, and read at the same time so you are able to follow how people speak and what pronunciations they use, the manner in which they speak, and what they are talking about. The next tip is to listen to English songs. This is one of the ways that really helped me in particular personally to improve my own language skills. So when you like a song, you really want to sing along with the song and you listen to it again and again and again because you enjoy listening to it. It's a good song that you like. So the best thing to do is to develop a taste for English music. Find songs that you enjoy listening to. Maybe you could watch their music videos if you feel more entertained, and you can watch the music videos with subtitles. And that way, you can help yourself with your fluency. The next tip is to record and listen to yourself speak. Once again, this is a tip that has really helped me over the years. I'm telling you, it's time tested, it's 100% foolproof. You are your best critic. Nobody can tell you the areas you lack in or what improvements you need to make other than yourself. You know yourself better than anybody else. So, record yourself when you are speaking to others in English, and then later on, play back and listen to yourself speak, and you can detect and identify the areas in which you need to improve, whether it is grammatical structure, whether it's fluency, whether it's pronunciation, whether it's vocabulary, whatever it is, you'll be able to detect it and then improve upon it and work upon it easily. The next step is to make good use of technology. There are tons and tons of apps on phones now related to the English language. Duolingo is only one of those apps that you can download. It basically teaches around 8 to 10 languages that are most spoken in the world. There are many, many other apps as well. There are Cambridge Dictionary apps, there are Oxford Dictionary apps, and there are several other apps that you can download. And not only apps, there are many international forums on the internet and many online platforms and that you can join free of cost. You can exchange views, you can watch YouTube videos. There is so much that you can take advantage of online to improve your language skills. The next and the most important tip by far that I think is to think in English. Oftentimes, people who have weak language skills, what they do is the big mistake that they make is that they think in Urdu and then they try to translate it into English. And that is where the fault lies. Because believe it or not, oftentimes there is not a literal translation for every word from one language to another. So the mistake we make is that we forcefully try to translate one language to another language, word to word, and in the process, the message is lost in translation, and oftentimes the translation turns out to be extremely hilarious and funny. So, in order to avoid that, train your brain that you learn and train your brain to think in English, at least one sentence in English related to daily routine, maybe every day. And slowly and gradually, you will train your brain to start thinking in English all the time. The next tip is to take every opportunity to speak in English. So, if you work in an organization, in an office environment, I'm sure the official correspondence must be done in English. Use that opportunity to speak to your colleagues in English. They might make fun of you in the first few days because if it's not a norm in your office to speak in English, but slowly and gradually they'll get used to it. So you should not lose confidence and make a good use of that opportunity of working in an environment where the official language for communication is English, and you should use that opportunity and speak in English as much as possible. The next tip is to form a club with friends or colleagues. By forming a club, I mean is that dedicate a certain time or different times during a week. Maybe, let's say, if you're very busy, you could meet over the weekend with your friends for maybe 20 minutes. You could gather at one place and you could promise yourselves that for the next 20 minutes you would choose a topic and speak on it in English, and you would not use any words in Urdu during those 20 minutes. And everybody should keep a check, and there should be a penalty if anybody uses an Urdu word during those 20 minutes. And you can pick and choose different interesting topics to talk about and discuss every week. And you should just, meet to practice your speaking skills and English language skills. And maybe one week you could, speak in English, and the other week you could discuss some grammar worksheets. The third week you could write on a topic. And the fourth week you could, maybe polish your listening skills by listening to a film or an audio clip, etc. There are many creative ideas that you can come up with. If there's a will, there's a way. The last tip that I can give you for improving your English language skills is to enroll yourself in a language learning institute if all else fails. If you have tried all other tips, if you have tried going online and tried watching videos for improving your language skills, if you have tried recording yourself speak, if you have tried doing grammar practice worksheets, if you have tried thinking in English and speaking with your friends and nothing else is helping, then as a last resort, you must enroll yourself in a professional institute where they teach English. However, just be mindful that it's a reputable institution where they teach good quality English language skills. The teachers, the instructors are certified and trained. Thank you for joining me in today's adventure. If you like this video, then please subscribe and like and hit the notification bell. If you want to know more about me, then please check out my bio in the About section of my channel. If you want to contact me for conducting training sessions, then please send me an email at the email address shown on the screen.